Welcome back to Math 109, Plane Trigonometry. In this video, we're going to take a look at some axioms that we have in Euclidean geometry, and also one theorem for establishing that two triangles are congruent. Now, the first one, and most basic one, is side, 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 which is usually abbreviated SSS. So what that axiom says, I'm going to take two triangles here, and we have corresponding sides, and I drew these in the same direction, which will not always be the case, but we have those three sides that are all congruent to each other. So that tells us that the two triangles are congruent. So that's the side, side, side axiom. We also have side, angle, side. So what that means, I'm going to draw two triangles again. Well, this time we're going to say, as I have it drawn, the left-hand side, the right-hand side, those are congruent, and we're going to say the angle between them is congruent. That is also enough to establish we have congruent triangles. The third axiom, those first two are true for any, as it's called in higher geometry, absolute plane that you work with. This next one is only true for the Euclidean plane. That's angle, side, angle, or ASA. So I'm going to draw two triangles here. And we have congruent angles in the lower left corner, congruent angles in the lower right corner, and the adjoining sides are congruent. That is also sufficient by axioms in Euclidean geometry to establish that we have congruent triangles. So that's the three axioms that we have to establish congruent triangles. And then we also have a quick theorem. Angle, angle, side. So I'm going to draw two triangles again. This time, I'm going to tell you that we have congruent angles on the bottom corners as we had before. But now I'm going to establish that the right side is congruent. But we know from earlier results the angles of a triangle have to add to 180 degrees. So since the lower left and lower right angles are congruent to each other, we know that the angle at the top for both triangles has to be 180 minus the measure of that angle minus the measure of that angle. So since they have equal measure, we know the angles at the top are congruent. And now, by angle, side, angle, we know the triangles are congruent. So in summary, four different things that give us congruent triangles. Side, side, side. Side, angle, side. Angle, side, angle. And angle, angle, side. So that'll do it for this video. In the next video, we're going to take a look at different ways that we can solve triangles now that we know which items we need to give us a unique triangle.